Hello, gorgeous viewer. Welcome in to your pick a card reading. This reading is all about energies from your past life or multidimensional gifts you may have that are still relevant or influencing you somehow in your current incarnation. My advice is to center your heart chakra, close your eyes, meditate for 10 or more seconds until your higher self tells you which number to choose. So for pile number 1, we've got this big seashell-like object. Okay, now it may look grey on the surface, but when you flip it over, it's opalescent. It has hidden luminescence. And for this pile, I used the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight and the Neon Moon Tarot. Pile number 2, you've got this gorgeous little seashell, chipped but still valuable, still beautiful. And for this pile, I used the Tarot of the 1001 Nights, beautiful ancient Persian designs and artwork. And we've also got the Native American Tarot. For pile number 3, you have this rock engulfed and fossilized by many little creatures. And for this pile, I used the Lightseer's Tarot and the Housewife's Tarot. Okay, let's get on with your reading. Hello, pile 1, pickers of pile 1. Okay, so let's start with this object, okay? Because the lines on this object almost remind me of the rings on a tree. I feel like you've got deep wisdom, hidden value, okay? Things that maybe you yourself don't even understand. Very multifaceted, lots of lives lived with this. So I'm very curious to see what's in your cards. Right, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the oracle cards. Wow, we've got cleansing waters, purification, activates vibrant life force. We've got meditate and contemplate. And for your ancestor card, we've got the hunter of mysteries. Yeah, really getting a strong vibe here of you being a master in some sort of occult practice. I feel like you're a healer. I feel like you've gone through lifetime to lifetime, finding out information that others simply don't have. I'm hearing chakras, so you may be interested in holistic therapy. You may be involved in unconventional ways of healing people, meditating. You could have lived lives as a monk or a nun or a Buddhist. Something along those lines where you completely dedicated yourself to certain avenues of spirituality. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards hold. Starting off with the Neon Moon. Wow, we've got the Star. We've got the Five of Cups. And we've got the Justice. Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, we've got the Fool. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Hanged Man. So again, there's this sense of you sacrificing yourself, sacrificing personal relationships, romance, to go on a pathway that not many people take. Definite healing vibes here with the Star turning up. This to me is almost multi-dimensional in the sense that you've been to other dimensions where people know more about the healing power of the mind, about sound frequency, about color therapy. I feel like you've had to sacrifice in your past life relationships and romance, like I say, which I feel like is being balanced out in this one. I feel like perhaps you're more focused in this lifetime on reclaiming those beautiful romantic energies because of everything you sacrificed in your past. Yeah, we've got bonds showing up here. Wow, we've got the Shepherd indicating an intense love of life and strong fellow feeling. So yeah, this is like you're a guide for others. Wow, and we've got the Gift. I feel like you've brought forward into this lifetime lots of gifts to share with others, lots of healing knowledge, shamanistic, they're telling me. It's almost like in your past lives, you sacrificed personal relationships so that you could earn what you needed to bring into this one, to help people ascend, to help people get in touch with their higher self, and to really understand the universe they live in. Justice. The universe sees all that you sacrificed in your previous lives to help heal the collective. I feel like you have a real big heart and real genuine care. You want to help as many people ascend as you possibly can, even if it's just being kind to people in a supermarket. Lifting people up in those small ways. It's so valuable. And you know it. You feel it in your bone with this Hunter of Mysteries card. You can feel it in your bones. Things that others don't quite understand. You've gone through lots of initiatory rites of passage, lifetime to lifetime. You could have been part of secret societies, part of organizations that are hidden from others. You may have had to hide this from other people in your past life to be fair to them, so that they weren't endangered by knowing these mysterious things. Hunter of Mysteries. I feel like if you meditate in this life, if you really focus on, cleansing baths and doing things that are going to line your frequencies up with the Akash, I feel like there's lots of information you can download, even if you're aware of how powerful you are as a shaman, as a guide, as an oracle in the game. You're like a backstage person brought forth onto the front stage of life. And what do I mean by that? I mean, lots of souls are guiding us from the non-physical. It's almost like you're a non-physical character who's come forth into physicality to help people traverse their way through, to help guide them energetically. Your frequency, I'm being told, is really powerful. You simply living somewhere affects the entire area because you purify it with your frequency. You could be star-seeded, and your soul is a gift to the people here. You know you've got to help people shift their perception. You know you've got to connect them back with the love for their fellow man, for their fellow raw babies, for their fellow man, women, children. You've got to try and help people. I feel you have this urge in your heart to help people reconnect with their heart chakra, to realize that life is supposed to be fun and beautiful, and to help people ascend through playfulness. There's a great sense of playfulness here. Perhaps you're a really fun person and you really uplift people with your sense of humor. I feel like you've got deep sentimentality, really deep, heartfelt energies here. And I feel like your lens, the lens you see the world through, your perception is very fair, very balanced. You bring stability and kindness and a huge heart into everything you do. And you've paid for this lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, going through things other people wouldn't necessarily be able to go through, and still maintain that high frequency with the star card coming out. That beautiful high frequency heart chakra energy. The gift here, I feel like you are the gift. And I also feel like there are gifts waiting for you in this life for all that you've accumulated knowledge-wise. But it's that love, you've got shamanistic knowledge, but it's also a sense of you feeling so deeply. And that depth of your feeling is what brings such value to the people around you in your relationships. I feel like you really value relationships in this life because you had to sacrifice them in other lives. You had to be isolated. You had to go up into the mountains or go on great voyages, finding relics and, forging your way into... they're showing me maps, almost as if you were some sort of explorer in some lives. And then highly spiritual in others. But each lifetime has given you this great wisdom and knowledge. This sense of calm, this sense of knowing you can handle anything. And also this beautiful sense of you really valuing your connections, your bonds, any love that people give you, the love you can give to others being really important. You know that every small interaction counts, and how you treat people really matters and can affect the whole course of their life. I feel like you're very sensitive to how you treat others and how they treat you. And your focus in this life could be to be as pure of heart as you can possibly be, to bring in these beautiful energies. This is like everywhere you go, you're sprinkling parts of this gorgeous energy on every road, to other people, your magnetic field holding this gorgeous frequency. And you sprinkle it around everywhere you go. You don't even have to open your mouth. Your magnetic field holds these codings, holds these blueprints that we need so much here to pull people's minds up into higher and higher frequency. I'm hearing that you know that you create your own reality. And so you've been really brave in your past lives. Again, there's a sense of you being a pioneer, an explorer, going into tombs and hunting down parchments with secret codings on, trying to figure out the secrets of the universe, wanting to gift others the truth of life. I'm hearing the flower of life. I'm getting multiple energies coming through quite strongly here. Very strong Buddhist, ancient Eastern philosophy, the mountains, and also explorative, going through jungles, hunting down mysteries, bringing gifts home in your mind, the gift of knowledge. I really like this card too, the Shepherd card. I really feel like you are a valuable guide to people. You really do uplift their mind, and you really do like to coax people back into feeling good, into being connected with their heart chakra. You know that every soul can be saved from low vibration. You know that essentially we are all portions of source energy. We are all portions of God, and we can all be purified. We can all come back to being who we truly are at a heart level. You know that we are all born of love, and that love is the most important thing. And I think this helps refresh you, no matter what happens in your connections, no matter if people disappoint you. You can always rebalance yourself back out because you've got this gorgeous heart that is always striving to get back onto that loving frequency. I feel like in this life you need to be aware that your energy is so precious. You are so valuable in helping people, and your mere presence is a gift to everyone you come across. Again, there's a sense of playfulness being really important. Bonding with people through laughter, through joy. You could love dancing. You could love feeling wild and free. You could love bonding with people, going on adventures, doing unusual things, because you know that bonds you together so strongly. You could be meeting up with people in this life that you bonded with through lots of trials and turmoil and tribulation. And you'll recognize their frequency when you do meet them. I feel like your mere presence can help transform people's perspective from things like depression and anxiety into this beautiful, liberated sense of eternal life, of everything being okay. There's a sense of you reassuring people that life is a gift, and that our connections with others are of the utmost importance. And you learned this because you've been without it. You've sacrificed, you've been in isolation. You've gone to ends of the earth that no one else has been to, in your mind and physically. So you've covered a lot of bases. You're balanced out in your mind and your body, and therefore your soul, because you've done the physical exploration and the soul's exploration, the mind's exploration, going places in the yin realm and going places in the yang realm. I feel like it's important for you to really relax in this life, be as playful as you can, because you've put in an awful lot of effort into your past lives. And I feel like romance and playfulness is the reward you chose to give yourself in this life, to gift yourself a life where, yeah, your presence helps people, but it helps people the most because you can get into a really warm and loving energy and essence, and be playful and jokey. and really enjoy the little things and make the little things so big and bursting with happiness. You're definitely an achiever, an Akashic achiever. I feel like you've got lots of non-physical badges of honor because you've done so many initiations. They're telling me you're an old soul, starseed, and that you're here to hold the frequency of the higher dimensions, and that you lead by example of your beautiful frequency, your beautiful essence. You balance things out, you're fair and you're just, and you connect with Source very, very powerfully. Now, I may look into these current bonds in your current life with the bonds card coming out. What for pile 3? What does pile 3, viewer for pile 3, need? Yeah, we've got the Death card and we've got the Star card. So you transform the people around you with the strength of your loyalty, the strength of your loyalty, and the strength and the richness and the quality of the connection that you provide. You give people, you're almost like a lifeboat in the middle of an ocean, you know. When people come across you, they feel as if they can hide almost in your consciousness with you. You give them this sense of sanctuary. You give them a sense of, they can breathe a sigh of release around you because the frequency you hold is so powerful. You make them feel guided, protected, uplifted, and safe. Gorgeous energy, pile 3. Keep up the good work. Keep shining your light brightly. It's been a joy to read for you. Hello, pile 2. So starting off, I'm getting really gentle vibes from this seashell and from whoever has picked this seashell. I sense that you are quite delicate in your soul's essence, and that you bring almost a poetic perspective to life. So let's get in and look at your cards. Okay, we'll start off with this one. Wow, we've got choosing your path, all is possible. Don't let your past hold you back. And we've got the Shaman of Sorrows. Okay, so for these cards, we have the King of Cups, Temperance, the Six of Cups, we've got the High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, and the World. Wow. Interesting energy here. I feel like your past lives have been a lot about romance and a lot about balancing other people out, focusing more on others than you focused on yourself. I feel like you always had this lust for life, of knowing you could go anywhere, be anything you wanted to be. But I feel like focusing on others and wanting their love and craving their love has made you a little too comfortable in possibly more than one life. And I feel like in this life, it's all about you finding your power because of that. I feel like you've had these sorrows because there was an imbalance. You focusing and giving your heart wholeheartedly to others more than to yourself. Other people have meant the whole world to you. You may be someone who really values soulmate connections. You really value and invest in other people. And I feel like you've been doing this for many lifetimes, nurturing others. You see this High Priestess here with this baby in the basket. There have been many lifetimes that you've spent nurturing others, caring so wholeheartedly. And Spirit's saying that part and parcel of loving others so fully is the sorrow. It's knowing that all those beautiful moments are gifts in the now, and that everything must change. I feel like you've done a lot of mothering in your past lives. I feel like you've been in caring roles, nursing, mothering, tribally, And you downloaded a lot of beautiful, beautiful energy. You know how to look after others perfectly. You can read them. You're very receptive to what they need. Like I say, it's a very refined, energetic capacity to read other people's energy. You could be quite psychic with the High Priestess. You almost know what people need before they show it to you. I feel like there was one life in particular that's really left its mark on you in this life. Now, this may be someone you've planned to come back around to. This King of Cups energy. I feel like you were totally devoted to this person. Almost at the expense of yourself. I feel like you made this person your whole world. I'm going to put these down here. You really invested in this connection through multiple lifetimes. I feel like you are each other's guides with this Temperance card, this beautiful angel flying above. I feel like you're always guided back to this person and they are always guided back to you. Magnetism. But that doesn't mean that you have to play the same role for this person in this life that you played in the past. I feel like you're really expanding in other directions with this all is possible card. You have to have faith that what's meant for you will never pass you by. You don't have to self-sacrifice your urges, your desires, because those who are meant to love you will love you regardless. And again, this is an investment. This is your soul group. This is someone you cannot lose them, and they cannot lose you. And there's definitely the sense that in this life you need to expand your world. The love will not dissipate. Love lasts forever. The North Node may be very important for you. Focusing on your North Node, going in an opposite direction to what feels comfortable. And knowing that your soul group will always love you, even if you're not playing the nurturing role. I feel like for you, divine feminine energy was really important in your past life, and it feels so important to you in this life. So you really invested your soul to being the best mother, the best wife, and for some of you, the best goddess, the best priestess. You knew how valuable your energy was when people would come to you, needing you to heal them or create a potion for them, to concoct medicine for them, to give them advice, to channeling guidance to them. And this is why you're so sensitive and refined when it comes to dealing with people in this life. People may often expect you to go out of your way to please them and to put them ahead of you. But I feel like you're breaking out in a new direction in this life. The world is your oyster. You want to map out new and different things, but you want to feel like you're still loved even when you're not nurturing people. They're telling me, Lilith, you need to balance yourself out by not always being the nurturing one, not always putting others ahead of yourself, because you've done that already. You've achieved that already. You cannot lose those energies that you've earned. Okay, you're a cache. You're non-physical vault full of all these beautiful achievements, these badges of honor, if you like, that you've achieved in your past lives. They go with you everywhere you go. You're the common denominator. You hold these energies together and you cannot lose them. And you don't have to feel sorrowful anytime you don't feel like nurturing someone. I feel like there may be some guilt sometimes when you want to put yourself first ahead of others. You can let that go now. You can follow your North Node. And for those of you who don't know your North Node, you can get a birth chart on the internet, see what house positioning and what sign your North Node's in to give you your compass point, which direction to go. Your birth chart is your personal compass, and your North Node shows you which direction you need to go in. You could say the North Node is literally the North Arrow showing you where your soul is craving to go. Beautiful nurturing energies here. Yeah, we've got rest stop. Okay, we've got the money safe. How funny. I was just talking about the vault. You holding things in the Akash that you cannot lose. And again, we've got money. Okay. This is a real strong indication that your skills are very valuable. High Priestess energy. Yeah, this sense of guilt, like you feel like you should give yourself so selflessly to others. Well, now it's a case of you being like, you know what? I'm valuable. My services are valuable, and I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm not going to feel sorrowful. It's perfectly possible for me to heal people and help people and also earn money. It's surprising to me that we've got both of these cards from two different decks, the Vault and the Money. It's almost like Spirit wants you to know that because of all this self-sacrificial healing you've done of others in the past, Temperance, Alchemy, right? The King of Cups being a wounded healer, knowing how to heal people from all the things you've been through. It's time that you realize the value of that and realize that you too need rest. You too need people to look after you and love you unconditionally. Because I feel like there's a lot of unconditional love here, which is probably why you are destined to line up with your North Node and activate these blessings in your reality. This High Priestess is calling out to me. Let me ask Spirit, show me energies for pile number 2 for the High Priestess, please, Spirit. Wow. To clarify the High Priestess, we've got the High Priestess, okay. Okay, and we've got the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Swords. Wow. Yeah, this is almost like you're worried that people are gonna almost be hateful towards you or mean towards you if you don't. And this could be perfectly subliminal. This could be subconscious, okay? This may not be conscious within you. This fear of people turning on you if you don't continue to play the role of healer, of mummy, of nurturer. And again, this could be for a male as well. You could have lived past lives where you were a woman nurturing people, and now you feel like if you don't do what they want or what your brain perceives that they want, that they could, you know, battle against you. But you've got powerful energy here. I could be speaking to someone who people may get jealous if you've already got quite a lot of money. That could be influencing your life right now. Know that you're powerful enough that even if people do battle with you, you've got this. I feel like you almost need to find this side of yourself, the side of you that wants to win, the side of you that is competitive, the side of you that is fired up and does want to head into some sort of battle or competition. There's nothing wrong with that. That catalyzes our evolution because you've been so nurturing in your past lives. There's a sense of you balancing that out, being more of a fighter, knowing that we have light and dark in us for a reason, allowing your shadow to flow out sometimes. Because you know what? There's nothing like a good fight to ease your sorrows sometimes, you know? There's nothing like getting back into the mix, back into the fray, finding something that fires you up. Finding that inner warrior is a very healing thing. And I feel like there's this need for you to find your inner warrior, to want the best for yourself, to realize that wanting money is spiritual. You've got a big heart. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to think that wanting money is somehow bad or evil. Everything is part of spirituality. I feel like you need to allow yourself to go into these competitive energies, to balance out all those lives you've lived where you were so giving to others, so giving on so many levels. And I feel like now it's your turn to rest, to think selfishly about what you want. Because sometimes the most selfless thing we can do for others is to be selfish. Now, why might that be? Because you're putting out energies that in the long term benefit them more. Leading by example, being a warrior. We live in a dichotomous universe where sometimes bad things turn out to be good and good things turn out to be bad. And we hold these labels of good and bad in our mind. And the universe laughs at us for taking it all so seriously, for feeling guilty, for not realizing we're infinite and we play these roles to learn and to take things home to the non-physical with us. I feel like you need to replan, get in a competitive mode and go and make that money, because these feelings that you have to live for others, that's your past now. And all is possible. You can get this loot. You can live the life you want to live. And it's okay for you to be fiery. It's okay for you to be a warrior. I hope you've enjoyed this pile number 2. I've really enjoyed reading this for you. Lots of love. Hello, pile number 3. You picked the fossil. Interesting choice. Okay. Let's start off with your oracle cards. We've got Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Wow. We've got Balanced Spirituality and Practicality. And where's that one I want? I want you. Wow, Shaman of Foresight. You know what? I'm getting the vibe that you're thoroughly initiated in alchemy, in what others might call witchcraft, or understanding the energies of the universe and trying to bring it as much as you can into your current incarnation, into the physical. Shaman of Foresight, I feel like you've been involved in prophecy in your previous lives. I'm hearing you had a high positioning. Very high positioning in lives that others don't live very often, okay? This is a unique initiated being. Someone who can sense things coming. They're telling me scrying. You've done things. You have ways of knowing in your past life what's going to happen and when it's going to happen, of seeing through timelines, of understanding the creative processes of how we create our own reality. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles. Again, that sense of you having a very high positioning in your past life. And I am getting strong masculine energy for this life that's affecting you in the now moment. And there it is, the alchemy of the Temperance card. Knowing, wow, they're telling me sorcerer. There's this word I'm looking for, prophet or seer, someone who sees the future. I feel like you were really respected for your gifts. Journey by Moonlight, I feel like you did things under cover of darkness, maybe part of organizations. King of Pentacles, you held a high positioning, lots of authority and respect. You got a lot of respect from people. People trusted that what you told them was true. Hearing Nostradamus, I'm not saying you were Nostradamus, but there's this energy here of you predicting things, of you knowing things. Great voyages of the soul. Yeah, I feel like sorcery and magic may be really important to you in this life. And I feel like you really are good at downloading from your higher self. I feel like research you did in your past lives was an investment, and you can pull on it in this life. I don't think many people crossed you, okay? Because I'm getting this sense that you were so extremely powerful. You did have the power to order people to be executed or die if you wanted to. And you always had big, big ventures. Ships launching here and there for this specific life I'm picking up on. Ships leaving in the night, I'm hearing. Clandestine, secret activities. Lots of loyal followers. People who were really invested in you and your ideas and your alchemy. I feel like you had a lot of students. A lot of students. People who wanted to follow you, who wanted to be like you. Lots of wealth, of course, going along with this. I feel like boats may have been very important to you. Leaving in the night, under the cover of darkness. Okay, we've got the snake indicating enmity and calamities. All right. I feel like this has gone off the screen now. I'm going to put this up here. We've got wedding, and wow, we've got initiated. So energies that may be affecting you in this life, you may have had someone you were in a relationship with that betrayed you, okay, that sold your secrets out, that bit you when you were least expecting it. Jealous, I'm hearing jealous of your power, jealous of all these people that looked up to you as a sorcerer, as a powerful being who could foresee the future, who had a lot of respect for that, and so many followers. And I feel like this was something that made someone plan something to end you. So you may still in this lifetime have residual energies where you may expect people to betray you. You've got this sense of what's coming next, I feel. Residual fears of death. This could have led to your death and left you in this life feeling as if maybe you don't know why you don't trust people sometimes, but you just feel like they're up to something. You feel like they're planning something. And I feel like you trusted this person in your past life to be loyal to you. You thought they would respect you as others had done. But the jealousy, I'm hearing, was too much. They were making plans. And I feel like this career of yours, this pathway you took in your past life, you had to be dedicated to it, right? Initiated being. It's part of your soul's journey, part of the investment you made to yourself to go down this alchemical pathway. I feel like you were so focused on your work and on this soul's mission that you never expected what came. And I feel like in this life, you may always try and foresee things. You want to know what's going to happen ahead of time because of this wounding done by this person. You see her stood, it's like she's using that mop as a tool. In your past life, you may have saw this being as being such a lovely, devoted housewife. Funny we're using the Housewives Tarot and we get wedding come out. I feel like even if you're a female watching this reading, this is a life where you were a powerful, powerful man, initiated in the occult, in a secret society of alchemists. I'm getting Merlin vibes, but I'm also getting almost like Da Vinci Code vibes. That's not quite it. You'll know how this resonates. Let me know in the comment box how this resonates, because this is part you being part of a secret society. Not Freemasonry, but definitely illuminated sorcery, medieval sorcery, candles and alchemical understanding of life. I'm going to pull from my trusty clarifying deck. I feel like in this life, your higher self is guiding you to let go of the fears of betrayal, to let it go, and to reactivate even more magic by living in the now moment, not always trying to see ahead of yourself, not always trying to plan what's going to grow always. I mean, it's great to be organized and plan and create our own realities, but sometimes we manifest better by living in the now, by simplifying our mind space. Getting back out in nature may be really important for you. Trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself, rather than worrying if people are loyal or not loyal. What more for pile 3? What energies for pile 3? 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Wow. 10 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. See, this is kind of what I mean. By being happy in the now moment. By knowing that you do have soul tribe out there. Physical or non-physical. You are a portion of love. Okay, bringing love and joy and happiness back into the equation, I feel, will activate this magic once more in your life. You might benefit from some sort of hypnosis to ease that feeling of betrayal. I feel like you were devoted to this person, so devoted, and you thought this person really respected your calling. You thought they were doting. You thought that they were in love with you. You thought that they could never be jealous of their own partner, right? And you provided for this person. You provided a beautiful home. You saw the relationship as a beautiful investment. You thought this person was rather angelic. And there could have been ulterior motives, okay? Never take anyone personal. And I know we're talking about a past life here, but I feel like this person you were dealing with in your past life had serious issues from childhood that they hid away. They thought it was normal to be fake, to be false, to be what they call a snake, you know? They thought everyone was doing that. It was just that they were in survival mode and they got so good at being in survival mode that they didn't know how to come out of it. They didn't know any different. Now their soul's probably evolved on since this. I feel like Path 3, you need to focus on joy in the now moment. Focus on really reactivating all this Akashic magic and knowledge that you earned. It's almost like the betrayal took over that lifetime. And even now you can almost feel it, like on some level, on some subconscious level. Perhaps always waiting for something to go wrong, or looking forward to thinking, well, how long is this going to last when things do go right? So there's this need to heal a little bit, you know, and this need to be mindful of staying in the now moment. There's lots of happiness available for you, lots of passion, a fresh, new, passionate start, taking the best and leaving the rest. Getting yourself onto a frequency where betrayal cannot exist, and doing it by having faith in the universe. You had so much power in your past life. You were so gifted, so devoted, and so respected by others in the same world as you. I feel like you expected it from the people that you worked with more than you expected it from that partner you had. There may be commitment issues in this life because of that partner that you had that is still affecting you, but believing in magic, activating that belief with your heart chakra, letting yourself be romantic again, letting yourself be passionate, letting yourself be whimsical and free-flowing, and seeing the delicacy in life, looking for the cuteness and the funniness in people, accepting them as flawed, but you know, they're not so bad. They're not going to bite you when you least expect it. You've got soul tribe in this life that really respect you. I'm hearing that one of the people that respected you most in your past life is or is going to come into your life as a member of your soul tribe. This could be friendship, this could be romance. But this is a close, tight bond, someone you can really trust. And they could help ease this subconscious feeling you have, fearing the betrayal. Focus on that magic, okay? Nighttime might be very important for you to meditate, for you to feel relaxed, for you to feel like yourself, because you were part of this secret organization that had to operate under the cloak of darkness. So use that to your advantage. It's okay to be happiest at night. It's okay to live your life in more of a night owl way, but I feel like you just feel safer at night when everyone else is sleeping. I feel like you can access who you truly are a lot more easily at night time. There's beautiful magic here for you, Pile 3. I hope this reading's been enjoyable for you. It has been for me. Lots of love.